My top Shopify apps. So first of all, I want to say I'm not getting paid. This is not sponsored by any of those applications. Just wanted to start by saying that. I'm just gonna go through a couple of applications, Shopify applications that I wouldn't go right now live with a Shopify store without them. Some of them are going to handle mostly the average order value, some of them are going to help you with lifetime value, and some of them are mostly about the conversion rates and increasing conversion rates inside your sites. And this is exactly what I'm going to focus on, just because I am coming from this media buying background. I just want to start by saying that I thought about this video after seeing one of those threads about the best or recommended Shopify apps on one of those big Facebook groups that I'm in. And I wanted to start by saying, guys, the days of just setting up a generic Shopify store are over. If you're running just like your own brand, if you're running a drop shipping or thinking about it, don't just open up a Shopify store just like with the stuff that comes like as the native stuff, the initial setup, the stock Shopify store essentially. You need right now to be super innovative, super creative in terms of like making those changes to your store, just because you want to get those higher conversion rates. You want to make sure that the average order value is higher. That's the way to do it nowadays, because the margins have shrunken inside Facebook and Google with the high CPCs, and a lot of people got used to a lot of stuff. So let's start with the list. The first application would be Klaviyo. This is hands down the best email marketing software application for Shopify out there. The best inbox rates. This is what the most biggest email agencies and marketing agencies are using. It gives you full control over everything, except from outside of like inboxing rates and stuff like that. It also integrates with most of Shopify's stuff and would necessarily answer all of your needs. Connects again with chatbots to pop-up banners and sale banners and everything. The second type of applications would be the review applications, stuff like Yotpo, the Israeli company, Looks, and Stamped. Okay, so those three answer at different types or different angles of like the customer service. About the customer reviews part of things. Yotpo, being an Israeli company, is a lot more expensive than Stamped, which is, I think, in Singapore. They have better customer service if you need them. They would get you on board. They will just hold you hand in hand with all that process. They are much more expensive. They do have amazing integration with Google, one of the survey trusted partners. That means that once you get to a certain level and amount of reviews, they would integrate with Google, and they would give you those star ratings that would help with CTR and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend them. Having said that, I know that most people, especially if you're just starting out, you won't have the budget to really start spending this type of money on a review system. Stamped might be the best idea for you. And if you're doing something like Looks is more into like the social media kind of like proof. So if you have any type of like retail clothing store, something like that, I think that that would fit a lot of those types of products. So that's it about the review systems. The next application would be Afterpay. Afterpay is just like amazing and critical for increasing average order values and conversion rates. So it would, Afterpay, first of all, I need to explain that it's an installments type of program. So they would take those people who are just like hanging, they are not sure that they want to convert or don't want to convert, and they would first of all help them, just because of someone, maybe $100 is a lot for someone and installments is just a thing he needs to convert. And also, once you have those installment stuff, They've made a research and they are claiming, and it makes sense that people buy for more when they use Afterpay. Also, the cool thing about Afterpay is that they would give you some referral traffic from their own website, and that's kind of amazing. The next application is CartHook. CartHook is an external checkouts to Shopify. Right now they're actually integrating into Shopify. CartHook is amazing. They do have a lot of problems. I don't like their customer service, but they have an amazing platform for post-purchase sales. They allow you to actually build a funnel for each type of product. They're amazing with that. I would like to see more A/B testing going on there, but they allow a lot of customizing to your checkouts page. It is hard to implement some pixels there outside of analytics and the Facebook pixel. So if you're doing any Taboola, if you're doing any Google stuff, you would need some technical background with coding and stuff. Next application would be SMSBump. So just like Klaviyo, this is the equivalent inside the SMS world. Hands down the best SMS application out there. It's going to help you with manually just sending broadcasts, and also just help you save some abandoned cards and stuff like that. Really good. Next application would be Referral Candy. It's going to help you with promoting and pushing. Really easy. It's sort of like an affiliate program, but mostly for B2C type of customers. So if someone purchased from you, he's going to get this link and invite his friends through social media, get some commissions or get free products and stuff like that. The next application, which I think is a must with any store, even if you're not pushing ads on Google, and why wouldn't you, by the way, is Google Shopping. So this is just a must-have. This is the application that connects your Shopify store with the Google Merchant Center. It's going to help you with saving tons of time and just like tons of mistakes by integrating all of your settings straight from the Shopify store to the Merchant Center. And it also connects your Google Ad account, so it would set up your conversion codes and some audiences and stuff like that. That's amazing. It's going to help you with dynamic remarketing. It's just a must-have. The next application would be the Google Customer Survey. So the Google Customer Survey actually does connect with your merchant account, just like the Google Shopping app. But it also, what it does is that it would prompt users at the end of the checkout process to fill out a survey. The survey doesn't just happen right away. You can set up the time in which the user would get it. So for example, if you set up something like 7 business days after the checkout process is done, then the user, if he accepted the survey at the end of the funnel, he would get an email saying, okay, let's fill out a survey, how much are you satisfied, blah blah blah. That connects to your merchant account, and then after you get 100 initial surveys done, and I think that if you have at least 3.5 stars out of 5, Google would get you a lot of really nice stuff. First of all, you can show your banner inside the website, and that would increase the authenticity and being genuine. And it also will help you show inside search ads your rating, which would increase CTR and lower CPC. The next application is Zendesk. It's the application that we're using for customer service. There's really nothing to talk about here, but I really recommend it. Next application is GemPagers. That's the flexible page builder. So if you're gonna A/B test and you wanna have that dynamic sort of like editing ability to your website, that's exactly what I recommend. The next application is Google Optimize. Biggest thing that people really use. That's how you basically check price points, shipping rates, layouts, designs, and stuff like that. Google would be able to test 2 variants and tell you how much you're making with each one, what's the conversion rate on each one. If you're not doing it to your Shopify store and running massive traffic or at least $1,000 a day, then I don't know what you're doing. Next application would be Privy, which is the engaging sort of like spin the wheel and stuff that would get you a lot of data, so emails and stuff like that for discounts or products and stuff like that. When a user enters the site, there is an engaging experience that he could like spin the wheel and stuff. Most of you know it, so I'm just not gonna really talk a lot about it. The next thing would be the sales proof pop-up. Okay, so one of those applications is called Proof, but there are a lot of them out there. This is just this pop-up, small pop-up that says, for example, David purchased this and that from Nevada 2 hours ago. And what it does is that it creates the bandwagon effect, and that's kind of like the equivalent of seeing a full restaurant and just wanting to buy there. So just like it creates the increasing conversion rates and just like being sort of like genuine, and people know that it's also real and almost unfakeable, so amazing. The next thing would be a company that's called, an application that's called Little Data. So if you are using an external checkout and you want to know the whole process and the user journey and stuff like that, so you could make better decisions on your campaigns, I highly recommend installing that. It would show you all of the journey that someone came from, especially if you're using multiple platforms like Google and Facebook and maybe some native stuff. That's something that I really suggest that you do. The last application that I think that most stores that sell products that it fits them need would be Recharge. Okay, that's a big game changer because it allows you to use subscription module inside your website. Basically, every person that buys my vitamins and chooses to save 20% by subscribing, the next month is going to get charged again, and I would have to ship the product to him again. I think that having subscribers is one of the best things ever because you know that you can trust a certain number of amount of funds that would come in each month. And that's it. If you like this video, please comment below, please like this page, please subscribe to my channel. It takes me a lot of time to do those videos, and if you stayed up until the end, then it means that you liked the content, or at least I think so. Also, if you know of any other application or change, comment below and tell me what you like inside Shopify. Thank you.